Okay, we have this squared bottle that we're going to draw, and it's not too hard to get that base correct because you think of a cube, and the right side of the cube, the front of the box, I guess I'll call it, is going to be a little bit thinner, so it's like it's going off to a point, a vanishing point. And I'm not using an actual vanishing point, but that could help if you want to do that. And I'm just making sure my lines are parallel to the neighboring line and that they go back towards each other so that it looks like the front corner is closest to us, that front left corner. And then I'm going to put an ellipse in where I think the neck of the bottle should go. And you want to try and get that as straight as you can. This is a big faux pas of mine because in the end it ends up tilting slightly. We're just going to call this the leaning squared bottle that Mrs. Harris is incredibly embarrassed about. So, distance to get the start of the bottle neck correct, I would say from that front edge of the square or our cube on the bottom, we have about a ½ inch back, and then it's centered, and that I do think looks just fine. I just think it was from the left side of the square. I went to the right too much, and then I'm leaning because I'm trying to cover that back corner. I don't know, sometimes when you make videos, I have a weird angle. I'm going to have a million justifications and excuses. Now we're just going to put the label on there, and the label, again, it needs to kind of go back to the right side. It gets a little bit smaller as you go back, so it's believable that it is it's closer to us on that left edge. And then because it is a bottle, even if it's squared, it has those rounded edges. So I'm just going to go through and soften up those edges like you saw, and then throw in a little bit of value to add some shading before I'm all the way done. And then really I am done. And so just be careful when you're adding value. This is very quick. I don't get very dark here, but I want to make sure I'm not smudging my pencil. And so notice how I hold my pencil a little bit farther back, and I'm not resting my hand on the bottle so that I don't have to go back through and redraw any lines and darken them up and smudge, and that just gets to be a hot mess. Okay, there's my embarrassing leaning bottle. Okay, deep breath.